Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Zach Lesage here. Word up. I hope everyone's had a wonderful Evolving Skies release day so far. I know that I've been having a lot of fun. I mean, sure, there's been some frustration. It has been difficult to acquire all the cards that I've wanted to acquire. But I do want to say that it is one of those things where sometimes you're going to get what you want, sometimes you're not going to get what you want. And I'm still actively trading for cards all the way later, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that I can get some of the cards that I want. That being said, today in this live video, we're going to be going over Rayquaza VMAX with the Flaaffy build. Do I necessarily think this is the best way to play the deck? I'm honestly unsure, and I'm trying to figure out as much about the set as possible, so I figured why not share this experience with our community and really just have the best opportunities possible for some awesome gameplay, really explaining where I'm at with the list and all that good stuff. As with any of my other videos, you can give this video a like, you could subscribe to the channel. All those things really help. I'm trying to get to 7,500 subscribers. We're past 5,350 at this point. So we have a bit of a way to go, but we can certainly get there. And something that also really helps is if you leave a comment below, that really helps boost the YouTube algorithm to try to get more peeps watching this video and all that stuff. So giving this video a like, letting me know in the comments below, all that stuff, being active in the chat, really just tuning in overall. So all that stuff really does help me out as a content creator. So we're gonna go ahead here, and I'm just pulling up this deck list. So I'm gonna pull that up for everyone, and then if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the chat. I'm gonna be pretty active tonight. So boom, let's go over to PTCGO gameplay. This is what we have going on here today. I'm gonna also just pull up the chat so I could read that a little bit. So this is the list that we got for Rayquaza VMAX. Viridian Forest, got an energy and discard an energy, wouldn't mind. Has Pokemon ever nerfed cards, or does it just ban? Pokemon usually bans cards. So I was able to pick up some of the new bling. Things like the Stormy Mountains, I now have 3 of. It's not fun to get cards like this, but certainly it's I'm really happy to have the Rayquaza VMAX alts and the Flaaffy Evolving Skies. So I'm pretty happy with how this list looks. I still need to get the lightning energies to make it fully bling. So what's poppin', peeps? Hopefully everyone is ready for some Rayquaza action. So I'm gonna kind of explain this in case anyone does not know what's going on. I mean, this set just came out, so maybe I'll learn something too, or myself. So we have Rayquaza VMAX, and the reason why we're playing this is because it's max burst attack, doing 20 plus 80 more damage for each energy discarded in this way. You can either choose to discard basic fires or basic lightnings. There's a couple builds of this deck, so you're either going with a fire type build or a lightning type build. Not knowing which one's better, I'm just gonna cover the Flaaffy. I'm gonna close my door really quick. So the whole goal here is using Flaaffy's Dynamotor ability. Once during your turn, you can attach a lightning energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon, and powering up Pokemon so you can discard energies with max burst. Azure Pulse also allows you to pitch your hands, your entire hand, and draw 3 cards. That's why there's a lack of supporters in this deck. So pretty much a blinged Rayquaza deck. Day 1, I was able to trade for all the cards that I wanted, and really just working on it from there. We have Mew, a couple copies of Bench Barrier to try to get around Rapid Strike Urshifu. So even if we don't run into anything, we have a lot of options. Marshadow to get around Path to the Peak, a few copies of Stormy Mountains. Again, I know a lot of players have been saying that this is not the best way to run it. I'm not entirely sure about that. I think this list looks really good with Rose, attaching up the 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile. And then if you do discard your hand, since you're discarding your hand, you can still use Azure Pulse and draw cards. After Welder is gone, what fire acceleration is there? I'm honestly not sure. I've seen players discuss Bead. I think Rose is a very good acceleration for this deck. And I mean, Dad Bod Rose is probably best Rose. We also have the other Rose, I think, or maybe I need to trade. So Darkness Ablaze Rose, I'll eventually trade for those. But overall, I think this is a pretty cool list to try out. The whole goal is really, let's build up energies in play and go max burst. You also have opportunities to attack with Spiral Burst. this is a great way to get around things like Zamazenta V, or you could even go Dragon Pulse. I love the art with the Zinnia there. Absolutely looking amazing. There's also other, like, you could include other techs that you could power up with Flaaffy. So let's say if you could have Regieleki, for example. Like, you could power Static Shock, Terra Spark, things like that. So some really cool Pokemon that you could power up. So I'm just going to copy this list so I have it. I try to keep a copy of all my list. And we're going to go over to Versus. So events are not active for the new cards yet. And you can see the ladder board just reset. I don't want to go theme deck. I want to go standard. Okay, so let's go Rayquaza. See exactly what we got going on there. And we're going to look for our opponent. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. So we're just kind of vibing out today. We found someone. JD Caesar is going to be our first victim. Absolutely going to get demolished. I'm sorry, JD Caesar. With this deck, I think we want to go first. Yeah, we want to go first here. This is really the, yeah, it's a cool list. Would it be possible to put a Zoroark in there as well? I mean, I think it's possible. We're going to start here with the Ray. And this deck is all about pitching everything happens. You could play the deck like this. This is currently a standard format team up to Evolving Skies. I will be posting my post-rotation content soon enough. So we play against a single strike Urshifu kind of deck. I mean, at this point, I think I want to go through with Evolution Incense, look through what's going on with this deck. This Pokemon only has 2 retreat. I just want to double check that. I know I had air balloons in there for a reason. I don't necessarily want to grab anything else. Hey, that's sick, Stalwart. That's amazing. So I always like checking through. You can see that like we're missing some patches here of Stormy Winds, or Stormy Mountains, sorry. So we're gonna go like that, grabbing nothing. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna pitch that actually because we want to get it back with Tapu Koko, and we're pitching this hand already. Yeah, it's really my first time playing this deck, so I'm learning the deck as we go. So you can see this deck's amazing because we didn't get an Energy, and we did not get a Mareep. So awesome, consistent deck, everybody. I'm gonna have to give the heartbreak emote and see exactly what's going on there. Word. Yeah, Tapu Koko. And Laser Focus is just going to build up those energies really quick. I mean, we could still do some stuff. I don't know, like, if we can do 220 this turn. Now, I honestly don't know. Yeah, just getting it set up first. Like, I mean, there's no reason for me not to evolve into the VMAX here. I think the VMAX definitely seems like the absolute cracked way to be dealing with this. Now, I think I'm unfortunately going to have to pitch through this hands. I really don't see any other way. I only have 1 ordinary rod, which is a bit of a yikes. I've already done a Flaaffy, which again is a bit of a yikes. Let's go ahead and grab a Flaaffy. Our Mareep. I mean, we have the ordinary rod in the deck. We're gonna have to get those cards back at some point. I wish we had a better way to doing it. We have Rose. We could potentially get some energies in play, but I don't think we'll get enough for knockouts because we'd have to attach a fire. So I mean, at this point, I don't think we're going to be attacking. Let's just go ahead and go for a research anyways. Yo, Ian, what's good? There's another Mareep. I don't know if there's something else that I just want to grab here. I'm just going to go Ray. I'm probably going to retreat into this. I'm going to attach to something simple like like a Mareep or something like that. I think that sounds totally valid. We're going to go ahead. I think we have 2. We only have 1 in our discard pile. I should have saved that energy in my hand, actually. Let's see what else we can get going on here. Level Ball for Marshadow. I don't know if there's anything that we necessarily want to get off their bench. I'm just going to grab some things out of the deck that we don't want. Yay, word! Free J. We're going to pitch around some things. Just cards that I don't think we're going to need. Probably don't need another Ray V. Probably could use this. I'm going to go Quick Ball away this Ray V for another Ray V. Yeah, that seems totally normal. Yeah, Ray looks sick. It's just this hand is kind of gross. So, like, we have stuff maybe for next turn. I'm going to leave the hand as is. We could probably thin through the entire deck next turn and just be ready to do attack. So let's go ahead and pass to our opponents. We're going to hope that we can kind of make this happen. I do have a Rod in my deck. The only issue is that we started with all the Flaffys, no Mareeps, Prized Stormy, everythings. But we're going to try to get a big knockout. It might have been overhyped. I mean, this is really like my first real game with the deck. So I don't even know what our opponent's going to be doing here. Maybe they're just setting up and they're just going to go for the knockout with their single strike Urshifu V. Maybe they're going to go for the VMAX. I don't know what's technically better for them at this point. But my goal is to knock them out next turn and have that as a possibility. So we're going to try. We're going to see. We're going to see how this matchup goes. It does not look like it's going well, but I think we have the opportunity. It might be Reshiram Zekrom 2.0. Very well could be. They do 270 plus, there's 310. Yeah, we have a low amount of HP, so we got to be careful about that. But that's also fine. We'll see. We'll cross that road once we get there. I mean, we could have a very huge turn here, so I'm really not too worried. It's more about getting our energies in the discard pile and making this deck work. So they're just going Impact Blow. That's fine. We're going to send up the Ray VMAX here. We did draw into an energy, so that's not a bad sign. I think it's actually better for us to go with Azure Pulse right now. Pitching this energy away, so I'm going to go ahead and toss an energy on this dude. We're going to go Azure Pulse, pitch this hand away. We're going to go, I think we got to go Azure Pulse one more time. Actually, I think we have to go for Research here, to be honest. So we're going to go Research. We're trying to get a Fire Energy. So we have the Fire Energy. I'm going to go ahead and Dance of the Ancients, power up these two. So I can discard 3. 20, that's enough so far. I'm going to go Pal Pad, put some things back in here. I'm going to go Rose, get some energies going away. Let's go ahead and get those away there. Now, the only issue that we're going to have here is trying to get past this single strike Urshifu V. And I don't know if we're going to get past it. I don't want to get rid of too many energies. Let's go ahead and try and retreat into this Rayquaza VMAX. I don't want to use Azure Pulse. You may discard any number from this Pokemon. Okay, so I totally read this wrong. I totally thought you discard off all your Pokemon in play. So this game's just completely not going to go our way here. I did not know that you had to power it all up on the Ray. I thought it was all your Pokemon in play. So that's completely my bad. I'm the worst at reading cards at the beginning. But I think we're going to get absolutely smoked here. They're probably just going to go earn a Vitality, power things up. I mean, maybe if we're able to top deck a Rose, we're able to make this happen. But that means I need to figure out how to play this deck a little bit better. We'll figure that out for our next game. I literally was about to drink some, not even a filled up water cup. Certainly does not seem like it's going to be going great for us. Maybe we'll be able to get like a boss, or maybe we'll be able to get a Flaaffy back. I think it's just going to be tough for us to come back in this situation. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they won't find another Urn of Vitality or something like that. Have they gone through any yet? They've gone through 2. I mean, we might have a chance here. My opinion is that it's probably not as hype as I originally thought. Still very good. I think it's very good. I'm just not sure on it. Oh, they got Path to the Peak going on here. Did I discard Marshadow? I did not. We play Marshadow. Yeah, 330 is a big chunk of damage there. And they're down all 3. I mean, I think we legit have a shot. So we're gonna go with Mareep here, and we're gonna try our best. So we top deck Marshadow anyways. Let's double check to see what we have left in this deck. We do have access to Ordinary Rod. We do have access to Rose. So we do have access to some of these cards. Definitely probably need another Ordinary Rod in this deck. A 4th range could be cool. Click the check mark instead of hello. I do want it to keep on popping up actually. So the reason why I wanted to pop up is so that I could avoid making mistakes during the game. So we're doing this so we get Azure Pulse. Hopefully we can get some good stuff going on here. Apparently we're still going to just struggle with whatever we got going on. So this really sucks. We're just going to have to pass here. I mean, we literally have got almost nothing this game. I think the reason why we struggled so hard is having the Flaaffies. So they're going to go do that. Are they going to have a boss's orders? Yeah, so this was really tough. Could be something that we could always work on the list afterwards too. So I'm going to copy that game log just so I could look over it a little bit later. So we're going to play another one. Okay, cool. I mean, the Tapu Koko is great because you probably want to get energies on your Pokemon. This is a much better hand for us, by the way. There's a lot of opinions on this deck. It's actually probably one of the most debated decks I've ever seen. Maybe it's just because there's no correct way to build this deck. Maybe it's missing some pieces. But I think Ray's kind of hype. So we had a Shadow Rider Calyrex deck. We'll see how that plays out. Shadow Rider is a very good deck. I'm not going to put that down, but I will eventually put that down. So we're getting the Mareeps out that we literally could not get out before. So we'll see, like, you want to know what? We saw one game with a bad hands. That's really the only way that I could see. We could have had the busted hand and everyone would have been out of the gate like, Zach's a god! I'm playing the wrong Mareep. What's the better Mareep? I just traded for the Alt Art Rays. It was tough, but I was able to trade for it. It was expensive. I'll put it there. I traded a lot of packs for those cards. Why is the Chilling Rain Mareep better? I'm gonna put this down here. Yeah, I literally did not know. So we want to get the Ray here. We have the VMAXs, we have the Flaaffies. I'm gonna pitch the energies away. No, you're good. It has 70 HP. Why did I play this one? There was definitely a reason why. I'm gonna pitch away this because I'm not gonna need it. So we have triple Mareep. Like, I really don't see how this is ever gonna go bad for us. We missed an energy. That kind of sucks. See, I looked through it and I don't think I found the other ones not as good. I could be wrong though. I think I just leave this Mareep out here. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this Mareep out here. I don't know if it was a retreat cost thing. I honestly don't know why. There is a reason why I'm playing this one and not other ones. Like, I legitimately thought about this the other day when I was building this deck with kind of proxy cards on PTCGO. I like our opponents searching their deck. Yeah, but I'm not necessarily worried about rotation at this point. I think that's too many energies. I could be wrong, though. I mean, it could be better. Legitimately could be better. I'm still working on this list. So we're gonna, like, I'm probably gonna cover this deck a few times. Okay, cool. I'm gonna retreat into this Mareep, and then I'm gonna pass. Our hand here is not very good. Like, we really need to draw into a Ray, or we need to draw into something else. But we're kind of stuck here. That's the big issue. Goodbye, Mareep. It was good knowing you. Thanks for being the sacrificial sheep there. Yeah, I mean, we're just keep on getting into some rough hands, but we'll see what we can top deck here. So we got another Mareep. Again, it's not really going to do too much. But, yeah, Level Ball is going to be able to get us a Flaaffy. So Flaaffy is certainly going to be good. We're going to grab another Mareep down here. I don't think I have a way to get the knockouts. And I don't want those back. I mean, I could get the Dedenne-GX back, so I'm going to keep that in my hands. I'm going to go Fire Spinner, grab a Fire Energy. So we're ready to go with that. And we're going to go ahead and pass here. No, I want to hold on to the Fire Energy in my hand right now. So they're getting into a state where they can build up enough Pokemon in play, although they really haven't done too much to threaten us. They need to have 7 energies in play to knock out our Ray V on the bench, and they'd have to get a boss orders. I think Rescue Trolley could be cool. And they're just going max, guys. This could be a good turn for us if we are able to top deck. That is not a top deck, so we're going to have to sacrifice probably the Marshadow at this point. I can't do Spiral Burst because that would only do 80, 80, 180. So I'm going to go ahead here and just retreat into this Pokemon and just hope. Yeah, the draws are unreal today. The Marnie, we had the busted start, and then Marnie killed us. I know you can grab Marnies from the Mareep's not the issue here. The issue here is that we've got Marnied into a poor hands. We have all the consistency cards in the world, and we're not drawing into them. But that's totally fine. I mean, at this point, I don't see a world where we're going to win the game because now we have to isolate their Alchemy VMAX. But we're going to try again. Maybe Ray's not so busted. Oh, jeez. This is actually, we'd have to top deck just like a research here at this point. Yeah, we're going to give our opponent the well played. And we're going to concede this game. We're trying again here. We're going to get a game with Rayquaza, okay? We definitely want to go first here. Okay, this start's not great, but it's also not terrible. We certainly have things that we could be doing. So we hit Blacephalon. Cool, that's whatever. We're actually gonna go for Ray here first. Yeah. So we're gonna pitch this entire hands. So let's see what we hit here with the Dedenne-GX. I mean, it's really not that bad of a start. This is actually a much better start than we had most other games. Another Flaaffy here would be absolutely golden. Or it's not Flaaffy, Mareep. Nothing that we really want to be doing, so let's go ahead and pass our turn. We don't need much to knock out Blacephalon. Yo, Chunky Cheese, what's poppin'? I mean, I think this list is decent for right now, but I'm still going to work on it. That's really where the goal is. It's not a bad setup. And I mean, the goal here is to show where the list is at. It's like day one of the set. I have not had an infinite amount of testing, I'll put it like that. So I'm going to continuously work on coming out with the best Ray lists and everything possible. Our opponent has the... Oh, it's Blacephalon, Minccino, Gossifleur. Is a 50-50 matchup. I think you need to get the Dedenne-GX and Tapu Koko because of the rotation. And first for getting to Pokemon TCG, where the game is beyond toxic, I mean, find players who you think are good and watch them. We have a lot of players in here. Wait, what's up? What are they doing? They're going call for family? They welder just to go call for family? Okay. This actually is not bad. Well, it's like okay. We could go ahead and knock out the Gossifleur. And that might be the best play that we have. We only have the one in there. We could, I mean, we can get Giant Hearth, discard up to 2 of each. Yeah, so I mean, we could go Giant Hearth and grab energies. I think we go ahead and do that to try to get set up. It gives us a few energies, but we can't really get those other energies back. They might not be able to draw cards if we go after their Minccino. I think that's really the best opportunity that I have right now. Everyone's being so active in the chat tonight. I'm gonna go with Minchino here, bring that up, and knock it out with the Ray. I think that's probably the best call. Either that or I could knock out the active for 50 damage. I think I might actually go for that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna knock out the active for 50 damage. Because that gives me the Dedenne-GX back. So just trying to go for those big brain plays that allow us to we're not going to use another GX attack, so let's go Tingly Return. Is there a Charizard in the game? There's not a Charizard in here. I'm not sure if I need 3 rows or not. I need to still figure that out. I'm going to send up this Mew. That seems normal. Ray, yeah, not really great, but I mean, they also welder retreated, so I can't necessarily determine what's going on there. Yeah, I'm trying to get, I mean, I have the Flaaffy set up. It's literally just like, this deck looks like you're looking for a lot of pieces. Maybe there's something wrong with Rayquaza. That's all I can say. Like, I'm not sure. And I'm going to work on the best possible way to play this list. This is a deck that I thought of as using Cotton Lift, searching out fire energies, having access to Blacephalon. We might be in a good spot here because we could just kind of discard their energies. Everyone has a lot of thinking. It's really one of those things where a lot of people are going to be opinionated about this deck. But it's certainly a cool, it's certainly cool, and I think the deck looks awesome. But right now, would I play Rayquaza for a tournament? No. The deck might be better post-rotation, but right now we're not post-rotation. We still have a few tournaments, and I think it'd be a disservice of me not properly showing all the decks that are available in our format, if that makes any sense. So I just want to make sure that I always show the best decks, that I always do my best. So we're gonna go ahead here and send up the Mareep. And we have options. We can get the Ray VMAX back. I think Ray VMAX going back sounds probably good. Don't know the best way that I actually want to deal with this because this hand's actually so awkward. I know I have to pitch everything away, so I'd like to get access to the Tapu Koko. Which means that I want to use Giant Hurt, discarding a Lightning Energy to use the Tapu Koko. Which means I want to attach the Fire Energy here for my turn. Which means I want to go, Ray goes here. Is there anything that I want back into the deck? Just the Ray VMAX. What Ombre on deck is best? Honestly not sure, gonna figure that out. Did I really not get anything? I could discard 2 Lightning Energies and it would get the knockout. That's the best that I could do. Okay. So I'm gonna go Quick Ball, discarding a Lightning Energy, grabbing something else like a Marshadow. I think that sounds totally normal. Is there anything I want to Pal Pad back in? Probably not. Gonna Dynamotor this energy there, and I'm gonna go for Spiral Burst. I feel like I've been handed a bunch of lemons tonight. Whether or not that's because my deck is good or bad or something in between, I'm just gonna go Spiral Burst and get the knockout. We're gonna see exactly how it goes. we still have some things that could go well for us if we could just top deck. And I mean, I hate to put it like that. I don't want to be like, oh, let's just top deck. But they've already gone through double welder, double boss, a bunch of fire energies. Maybe they won't have everything else. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably accurate. We're looking for the solid build right now. And I don't currently have it. Oh, there's another welder. Stop. I mean, they have to have like a bunch of energies. They need to have attach one for their turn and have another 5 to get the knockout. Like, come on, give me a break, please. My heart is breaking in front of my eyes. Blacephalon Eldegoss be going kind of strong, though. Oh? Did they miss? $150, let's go! I mean, it's really not doing too much for us right now. Let's be honest here. I'm gonna go ahead, pitch this. Just want to make sure that there's nothing else in my deck. Actively searching through there. Let's just get those Dynamotors out there just so we have access to them. I mean, I think I'm going to go ahead and attach this here. I think that sounds like a total plan. And then I'm just going to pass. I think Ray is going to be fine post-rotation right now. There's nothing in my mind that tells me that a deck that's a beat-em-up deck cannot do well. Will they find the fire crystals? So, I mean, I think we don't know what post-rotation is because we have not had any post-rotation tournament results. And that's really where we're at. Goodbye, Ray. It's been good knowing you. I mean, they are probably running out of cards. So. Could definitely be a high roll deck. But I like decks like this. Like, I don't want to be like, this deck is amazing or this deck's terrible. Like, I like this deck. I'm gonna send up, like, I could send up a Dedenne-GX here. I'd rather send up a Mareep. I could also just send up the Ray VMAX, the Ray V. That's probably better. So we got a quick ball, but the quick ball's not going to do anything for us. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to go Marshadow, take this away. I just don't want them to have access to Giant Hearth anymore. And let's go for Spiral Burst, discarding a couple. So we don't need Rayquaza VMAX. Apparently we're just gonna be knocking out our opponent's active Pokemon one by one, and we're just not gonna find anything ever. All those Evolution Incense and Rays and researches. I don't know. I think this deck's pretty cool. And I'm gonna explore with it, and I'll let everyone know what my final opinion is once I've played with this enough to give my final opinion. Right now, I think Ray is busted. And busted right now seems like it can't draw anything to save its life. Yo! What's poppin', Baptiste? Yo, do you see this? Our opponent literally is just sacrificing a Pokemon. That is amazing for us. So far, really not going amazing. But I am going to go ahead and shuffle back in the boss's orders, because we might be able to do something with that at some points. I'm going to grab a lightning energy here. Let's go lightning energy. I'm don't know if they're like trying to build up some kind of like crazy turn. I'm actually just gonna quick ball this away for another Ray. Just in case, because we'll have access to that Rose. We're doing good at drawing prize cards. I mean, this is probably how I'd play the matchup either way. But it is weird. Are you kidding me, deck? I mean, on the plus side, I don't think our opponent's having a good time here. I think they're running out of energies. Maybe they play Volcarona V, and that might be the scary part. Like, I honestly could not tell you what they're playing down at this point. There's a Blacephalon. There's a Fire Crystal. They might deck themselves out with Welder. So they are decking themselves out with Welder. They have 0 cards left in deck. They have to draw 3 prize. Are you kidding me with the Energy Recycler? Are you serious right now? Are you for reals? Zora could be cool in this deck. It's something that I might want to add in here in the future. What was the other card that they played to put things back? Oh, they played double Energy Recycler. So they're just rolling through their deck. We've had all of our fire energies in there. So let's go for the Ray up active. I mean, that seems like it's the most reasonable. They have 1 prize card left. So I could send up like Mareep or something, but I don't think that's going to work out. We really need to get like a Ray VMAX here or something like that. Wow. Okay, cool. Ray VMAX is certainly a card that we were pretty happy to see there. So let's go Level Ball, grab another Flaaffy. We finally top decked into something. So we want to go Rose. We want to go for Azure Pulse to draw 3 cards. So the deck is finally working as intended. And let's go for Max Burst, discarding 2. So, I mean, we certainly have some things going on here. They might be able to win the game. They might just go Cramorant Snipe. I have no clue if they have enough energies. They might have enough to do everything. Going float. Cool, and we have 1 prize card left, so we just knock out. If they send up their Dedenne-GX, should have definitely sent up Dedenne-GX. So we're gonna give them a well played and hit them with the Max Burst. Flaaffy. So we were able to win a game with the deck, even though it looked a little bit rough. Knockout 60. Yo, we did the daily challenge. Yay. Could you imagine if we use Evolving Skies? Yo. Level up. Got the Dragon deck box. I'm gonna get, look at all this. So I'm gonna copy that game block. We have let's jump into another one. Do I want to go with fighting Pokemon? Sure. A win is a win. Okay, we're gonna call heads here. We lost the coin flip, that's fine. I did hear about Pokemon TCG Live. Just started watching your channel. I absolutely love your play-by-play discussion, helping current and future players to see the board from a different perspective. Hey, Michael Gomez, no worries. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We're gonna start here with the. I think we want to go with Mew, just for sacrificial purposes. I'm gonna wait to play those Mareeps down on my turn. We hit Rapid Strike Malamar. I don't think this is a good matchup. I think this is actually probably terrible for us. Maybe Ray is just like not it. It's busted, but maybe it's not it. I want to get the free search out of the deck, so let's try to play this as correctly as possible. Maybe a Flaaffy deck that has more kind of text in it would be a little bit better. You're not level 30. I got mine about a year ago. This is account for you. Yeah, it's my accounts. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can just go like this. This probably seems like the best that I could do. I could put another Ray down. I don't know if it's necessarily worthwhile. I'm just gonna pass. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pull the strings. I wouldn't pull the trigger at playing this in a tournament yet. At all. I don't think it's worthwhile. I don't think it's as good as Shadow Rider right now. I think that the deck is interesting at the very, like, it's very, like, it's busted when it works. I'll put it like that. But I think we're going to get absolutely handled by this Malamar deck. Where did I put my little... Oh. Rapid Strike. The deck is very similar. The weakness is killing me. Killing me. We're gonna go like this. I think this seems fine. Quick Ball. There's really not much that I want to grab out of here. I might want to go for Coco. Just gonna go for another Ray. Ray goes down, Coco goes down, Coco powers up both. Gotta hope they don't get the one hot knock. Yeah, I'm certainly hoping. Certainly hoping for that. Feeling like okay here. Maybe I should have evolved the Flaaffy up active. It probably does not matter. I'm going to grab the boss back. So I'm just going to grab both back. That seems fine. Seems like we're probably in a little bit of trouble here. So let's go for Azure Pulse. So yeah, we did not get what we were looking for. Could go Spiral Burst, but I don't think it's worthwhile. I'm just gonna go ahead here, attach, retreat, send up. I mean, I wouldn't want to go on the Ray and discard both fires. That's too scary. Maybe the deck needs another fire. Yeah, we're just waiting for a super consistent build, I think. In the meantime, we're literally just playing a glorified theme deck. What happened to my gigantic whale lord? I don't even know where I put it. I like resting on things sometimes. Rapid Strike Tentacles, come on, I know you got it. Okay, cool. We'll send up the Mareep. And it's like a good thing that we could do. We could just always just go like Stormy Winds, grab what we want out. Flaaffy has 2 retreat. I just want to double check. Always double check that stuff because there's so many times you'll catch yourself slipping. Yep, my list is also in the description, Stazzy. And we're trying to pitch, can we find an energy here? Yes. I'm going to pitch again, just because we can always attach energy. I do have level balls in this list. I do. So this is, we finally got to like our ideal setup for what it's worth, peeps. Like, this is like when the deck feels like you're absolutely vibing. And I could even use a Zor Pulse, but like, I live within my limits. Yeah. I totally thought Ray was off all the Pokemon in play, though. I think I'd rebuild this deck a little bit differently. But like, swapping between 2 Rays, Air Balloon, Power 1 Up, 1, 2, 3, powered up, like, it seems cool. Like, I like that a bit. Like, I like how this deck plays out. Might need a little bit of a finesse, but I'm still trying to figure that out. Now, I think it's going to be absolutely difficult, like super difficult, for us to get through their army of Malamar. That's really where I'm going to struggle. You forgot to attach. I thought I did attach. If I did forget to attach, I don't know if it necessarily even matters, because we have access to all the Flaaffies, and we have enough energies throughout the rest of the game to get whatever we want. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, this game is not a good, it's not a good matchup. Single prize card decks typically beat decks that are 3 prize card decks. Packs come into the store in about 15 hours and 15 and a half hours, I think, and rotation is in about 2 weeks. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. This is fine. This is fine. So I just want to double check to see what we have in here. Let's go air balloon, see if there's anything else that we want. Yo, Josh, what's good? Is there anything I want to get back into this deck? I might want to grab... I actually don't think there's anything I want to get back into this deck. I think I'm pitching this hand away. I think this is the better Mareep, is it not? Like, everyone is telling me otherwise. I honestly cannot tell. 340 hours until rotation, Lamau. We're doing pretty good. Get Tricky jam a call for a list. I mean, I think Andrew's good at making content. I think his lists are like pretty cool, but I don't think he necessarily focuses on the competitive side too much right now. I could be wrong. I haven't got a chance to catch up with his things. I've been too busy creating my own content. So, I don't know. I think Rayquaza's been pretty fun. Ooh, this is tough. I don't want to give them a 3 prize card Pokemon. I also don't want to give them a 1 prize card Pokemon. I think Dedenne is absolutely the best thing because I still have to discard 4. I mean, maybe that's better. I think this deck probably struggles enough against Rapid Strike Urshifu enough. Yeah, Andrew plays well, but I don't find that he's been playing at, like, he doesn't play in too many tournaments. He's been focusing on content creation for the most part. I think Andrew is a great player, for sure though. Are they gonna have all 4? Oh no. Okay, we can send up the Flaaffy. I mean, we do have a chance in this matchup if they just struggle to find other things. I don't even know if there's any, like, I might as well attach here. Well, it's more about a prize card thing. I wanted to give up something that was harder to knock out so they could get rid of cards in their hands. I think we're probably going all in on this Ray. Yeah, everyone can have their opinions about whose players are better and stuff. It's just one of those things where I think it's a conversation where someone's only going to get hurt. So my accomplishments are pretty good in the game is the best way I'd probably put it. I am probably not. I'm very busy this weekend with a lot of stuff that I've been working on this side. I got a lot of cool stuff to let everyone know about. So I'm super excited to let everyone know when I can let them know. How about another list, but with Reshiram and Zekrom tag team? That could be cool. I think I got to check out this deck a little bit more. I totally thought Ray at first was discarding off all your Pokemon, but it's only on the Ray, right? So, yeah. I mean, here's really the issue, though, is the other one's damaged. So, we're really running low on cards in deck. So, it's going to be a bit of a struggle in order to get set up here, but we'll do our best. Our opponent could also just get a boss at any point. But if they just have to play cards like Karina's Focus, they might not be able to get out of it. How is Razak? Is it mid-tier as I thought? I mean, I think it's, maybe it's mid-tier. I didn't necessarily read Ray correctly. I thought Max Burst was doing off all your Pokemon in play. Just Fire or Lightning, not off the Ray itself. So I think I gotta re-look at the list and see exactly what's going on. Yo, Logan, what's good? They might not have everything that they want. Like, they have gone through quite a few Rapid Strike cards. I just need to hope that we can get around this. Like, there's still a chance here, I think, that we could win. Do we have Marshadow in the deck? We do not. And we already used our Ordinary Rod. Cool. Ray does lose to 1 prize card decks. That is definitely a fact. I think I actually want to knock out their Chinchino out of all things. Dynamotor, that's fair. I misread in testing so many times. Yeah, this is really a lot of the times that are my first times testing for this deck, but we're gonna see how it goes. I think we still got a shot. Like they're losing steam big time. There's only one energy to discard as well. I'm actually just going to discard a fire energy there. So things are going pretty well. I mean, they could really just boss up the Ray, and it could be a really tough time for us. They haven't played a boss so far, or they could just get the 280. That's 9, 18, or sorry, it's 4. So sorry, it's 7. So they need 7 in their hand in order to get it. They might miss it. Oh no! No! We lost to the Rapid Strike Malamar. That is what it is. Okay, cool. We brought it as close as we possibly could, but there was no way for us to heal that. Yo, Cash, what's good? I'm just gonna pull up my list here. I don't know if there's anything that I would do changes for this particular list anyways. There's certainly a lot of techs that this deck could run. So there is Zeraora, and there is, what's it called? There's a bunch of like lightning type Pokemon that you could play in this deck. I don't know if a tech version would be better or exactly what it is. I know Flaaffy is very good. It's like you're playing Uno, but Pokemon, kind of. So, I mean, I'm really happy with all the arts that I have for this deck. I mean, this was hard enough to acquire. I have seen players talk about playing the Welder version of this deck. I didn't get a single one. I traded for those. So I've heard a lot of players have been playing Welder to great success. But it might be better to play something like Shadow Rider Calyrex at the end of the day. I'm honestly not sure what is the best way to play this deck at this point. So the goal for the channel is going to be finding the best way to play Ray, whether it's pre-rotation or post-rotation, or if Ray is good. I think Rayquaza or Rayquaza as a Pokemon is busted. Is that something that I really think it's busted, but it might not be the most busted right now, if that makes sense. So just taking a step back, it's a little bit different than I thought it would be, but I'm going to go back to the drawing board with this new knowledge and see exactly what's going on with the deck. So that being said, I do have a lot of stuff going on today, peeps, and I really want to create the most content as possible. And I'm going to be back tomorrow and the next day and the day after. You can see my hair is a little wild and out. I still have cards that I need to trade for. I did not get everything. I'm going to have to refix my hair. My hair totally just went bleh. But yeah, it's been a blast, everyone. I know that Rayquaza might have not lived up to everyone's expectations, but all I can do is create the best content possible for everyone. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you haven't already, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. All of that stuff really does help me out as a content creator. And I'll catch up with everyone later. Peace out.